been reminiscing on old movies lately, and I recently rewatched Matilda. Not the new one with all the dancing and the music and all that stuff. The one directed by Danny DeVito, narrated by Danny DeVito, and starred by Danny DeVito. This movie came out in 96. I was born in 92, and I probably didn't really watch it till I was maybe like 8. I've definitely grown to appreciate this movie differently as I've gotten older. Obviously, as a kid, you're just like, oh wow, it's a cool movie about a little girl who has like these crazy powers and a shitty family, and she ends up finding, you know, essentially a better home at the end. How fun. And not to mention the comedy still holds up.
Harry Wormwood, owner, founder, whatever.
All mistakes, children. Filthy, nasty things. Glad I never was one.
No way, they gotta be implants. There, it would change your life too if you waxed yours.
And I mean, come on, there's just some lines you just never forget.
I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
You can do about it.
Not to mention, this movie went so hard with child abuse within like the first like 5 seconds of her actually arriving at the school too. And yet they still managed to do it with a lighthearted flair.
Good luck! Excellent release!
I think one of the things that I appreciate most is just like the balance of character. Because you have a negative male, Danny DeVito's character, Harry. You got a negative female, Miss Trunchbull. And you could probably argue the mom is technically like a negative female character, but she's more distant and not really there. The positive male, Magnus, who was a good father, and then a positive female, Miss Honey. You have examples of both, and they don't just paint one archetype as being bad. They don't leave you with all fathers are bad, and they don't leave you with all mothers or motherly figures or even authority figures are bad. And this presents the idea of anyone has a possibility to be good, and anyone has a possibility to be bad. It just gives you a dose of both. It doesn't let you make assumptions about people. And even her parents end up kind of redeeming themselves towards the end.
Who's got a pen?
Where they let her go. They willingly signed the adoption papers.
Yeah, and we gotta beat the speedboat salesman to the airport.
And Danny DeVito's character still reversed him as boat salesman, and is probably the closest thing she'll ever get to an apology for her being right the whole time.
They're cops. They are not cops. They are ace powerboat salesmen.
And this movie gives those who have been dealt a crappy hand hope that while their trust may have been ruined by some people, it might be found in others. And it does have strong overtones of like karma.